The Mets' highly touted prospect Ronny Mauricio made his debut on Friday, and it was quite a memorable one that led to a Mets victory over the Mariners. So let's talk about a great night in Flushing with the host of the Subway to Shea podcast, Anthony Rivera, who joins me now. Anthony, it feels like there's a little bit of good vibes. We haven't had a lot of good vibes to talk about this year, but there's some good vibes around the Mets in September. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. And you know how the song goes, wake me up when September ends. But I'm kind of excited and thrilled to see what these young kids got going. So let's keep this going.
Yeah, baby Mets. Let's see what the baby Mets can do. Anthony Mauricio, he absolutely arrived in his first at-bat with a rocket double, 117 miles per hour off the bat, the hardest hit ball by a Mets player this season. How impressed were you with his bat in his debut?
You know, it's crazy to think with Pete Alonso in the lineup that was the hardest hit ball all season. But we know what we were kind of getting from Ronny Mauricio when it comes to his bat. He has 23 home runs this season in the minor leagues, 71 RBIs, and I know he's got to adjust to, major league pitching, but it was nice to see him get off to that start that the Mets needed him to. He obviously had 2 hits during the day. He did strike out once, but, it was great to see him get off to that start. And not only that, but the fact that he's up here with Brett Beatty and Mark Vientos and Francisco Alvarez. Those guys, grew up together in the minor leagues, and it's great to see them all together. So at least he has something to lean on, if he struggles a little bit. But that first night, great to see from Ronny Mauricio.
Yeah, great to see what he did with the bat on night one. Now let's talk about the other side for him, the defense. His defense has been questioned throughout his time in the minors. What did you make of the defensive opportunities that he had on second base on Friday night?
Well, it's something that is going to get an in-depth look. I know that Buck Showalter said that he's going to focus very well on the defense that Ronny Mauricio brings, but you slot him right next to Francisco Lindor, who's a great shortstop and will help him come along. As we know, Francisco Lindor has been a great leader on this team and will help Ronny Mauricio get through any struggles that he's going to have. And we saw in the minor leagues, he had 56 games so far this season playing second base. Mostly he's played shortstop, but the transition to second base is going to be something we're going to keep a close eye on. I don't know if he's going to get some time in left field or third base. He's had a lot less games played there, but if he can be the second baseman and play some adequate second base, maybe he gets to play every day. And maybe that's why they did send Danny Mendick out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. His defense will be something that fans will be watching throughout this month. And Anthony, there's going to be an increased excitement for Mauricio after his 2-hit performance on Friday night. But what are you looking to see from the young Mets second baseman in the final month of this season? What are you looking at keeping your eye on here?
I do hope that he gets a lot of playing time, and I think he will. Like I said, with Danny Mendick being sent down, you're really going to need him to play a lot of second base, have Jeff McNeil play in the outfield. But what's very important with Ronny Mauricio is the adjustment period. How will he adjust to struggles? We've seen Francisco Alvarez been able to do it. Obviously, he's in a little bit of a funk right now, but he's had a couple of funks and was able to come out of it. Can Ronny Mauricio, the first time he struggles, come out of that funk and be able to adjust to major league pitching when major league pitching adjusts to him? So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to most. There's always going to be that adjustment period, but if Ronny Mauricio is able to do that, then we might have a player on our hands here.
And that is what Mets fans are hoping for. A lot of excitement after his performance on Friday night. They're hoping that they have a player on their hands along with the other baby Mets who are up with the big club. That is Anthony Rivera, the host of the Subway to Shea podcast. Go check that out. Anthony, good to talk to you about some good vibes in September surrounding the Mets.
Yeah, let's take what we can with September and enjoy it. Thank you so much, Dexter.
Anytime, man.